Hey y'all, welcome back to Leslie's Mature Makeup and Beauty. Today we got a couple of new makeup products to try. I picked up a mystery box from Kokie Cosmetics. I've never tried anything from that brand, so I thought that would be a good way to kind of get a little sample of some stuff and see, if I liked anything. And then I picked up a couple of the lip products from BK Beauty. I picked up a lip liner and a lipstick. They're having a Valentine's sale that I think should still be going on. But I'll show you what I got in the little mystery box, and then we'll start using some stuff. So it was $25, and I got a pack of their micellar water cleansing wipes. One of their nail polishes. This is a green polish. It's vegan, cruelty-free, long-wearing. It's plant-based. It doesn't have like formaldehyde and all the bad stuff in it. There was also a mascara. This is their maxed out mascara. A retractable liquid liner. I'm not really a big liquid liner girl, so I probably won't be using this. And then there was also an eyeshadow palette and a little lip palette. The eyeshadow palette retails for $10. It is a little smaller than I expected, but this is actually the color story that I was looking at. I was thinking of purchasing. This is their classic romance eyeshadow palette. And you can see it's right up my alley with the cool tones, the browns, the kind of grays, a little mauve-y hint to it. But just for size reference, this is one of the Essence palettes. So you can see it's not much larger than that. And then the little lip palette, I don't know if I'm going to use this today. I swatched these and they're all pretty pink, but it's got a little brush and these are all like, feel like kind of a glossy top finish. And then, like I said, I picked up a lipstick and a lip liner from BK Beauty. I did go ahead and put on my foundation and my eye primer. I'm still testing out that foundation for our upcoming full face. I'm still waiting on some of those products to come in. So let's just get started with this cute little eyeshadow palette. Like I said, never tried anything from Kokie. They are a K-Beauty inspired brand. A lot of their stuff is listed as clean and vegan. And I want to say, no, don't let me lie. But I think let's start out with this. These don't have names, this little shade in the corner for our transition. Just taking that on my little hot and flashy kind of fluffy brush. A little bit of powder kick up in the pan. And as always, with my hooded eyes, I'm going to start up high. And again, today I'll try to be neat since I already have on my foundation. And I'm kind of making a straight line from like where my brow kind of ends here. Just kind of going straight across to start making that kind of transition area. And I did use that Wet n Wild palette that the last trying new makeup video I did use it again the next day. Did a little bit of a different look, and all those shadows still, perform well, stay true to color all day. So still happy with that purchase. We're going to have some great weather this week. I think it's going to be in the 50s today, but then by the end of the week, we're going to have some 60s. And then Sunday, there'll be a little cool front coming in, and we'll go from 65 to 45, which is why I don't handle the winter here. Well, you can't really get used to the weather, I think that went on well. Just kind of buffing out those edges. And they do have some palettes on their website that are a little bit larger than this one, but they had several different color stories in this particular format. I think I'm going to use that same brush And let's see how this little grage looking shade, I may build that down in my actual crease and see if we can create a little more dimension in that area. I actually think that one is a little lighter than that first shade. Yeah, it definitely is. So I'm going to take my little baby fluffy brush. And we may do a little bit of a halo eye today. So I'm going to go in with this center shade here and put that in the outer corner. And as always, starting with a tiny bit and starting at that lash line and work our way up. So we can always add to it, but it's hard to take away. I hope everybody up north has thawed out finally. I know y'all have had some nasty weather up there. Oh, I've stumbled across another podcast that I've been liking. It is Anatomy of Murder. Now, if you don't like true crime, you won't like this, but it's a excuse me, a former detective, and I think I think he was a detective or a law enforcement officer of some type and an investigative reporter. And then the lady is a former prosecutor, and I think she did some stuff on, I don't know if it was the ID channel that she did some work for, but either way, I like it. Some of the cases are kind of cold cases that have not been solved, and then some of them have been solved. Taking that same shade in the inner corner here. So far, these seem to be going on pretty nice. And I am kind of connecting the inner and the outer, but leaving that center of my lid bare. Let me take a closer look in my mirror here. I think my eyelids have finally recovered. So I'm going to attempt that eye serum again, but just once a day to start. Not adding anything to my brush, just kind of blending those deeper shades up just a little further. Alright, and per usual, we'll try the shimmer with a brush and then probably use our finger anyway. Of course, I need to wash my brushes, which is the story of my life. I'll take this little flat guy here. I'm going to go in with this kind of lighter. These two look very similar. They feel nice. Now they're a little bit different. This bottom one is this corner shade, and this upper one is this shade here. It kind of looks like it's got a little bit of a purpley mauvey shift, so let's do that one. These pans are pretty small. Yeah, I'm gonna take my pinky and just tap that in the center. I think I'm going to take this lightest, not lightest, the second to lightest shade in here and kind of highlight the brow bone with this. Looks kind of a creamy white. Because this one next to it's kind of a bright white with it's a little satiny. Y'all remember back in the day when we used to put a super bright highlight shade up there? No matter what type of eye shape you had, you did it anyway. That almost looks a little satiny. Because especially with my eyes, you know, they're hooded and they're a little bit deeper set. If I put anything too bright up there, it just brings that further out and sinks the rest of it, you know, back in. Alright, I think we'll leave that there for now. And I'm going to go ahead off camera and throw on some bronzer and blush, and then we'll be right back. I went ahead and threw on a little bit of concealer, some bronzer and blush, a little bit of highlight. We'll finish off underneath our eyes with our palette, and then we'll try these lippies. And I will list, like I said, everything else that's on my face. Everything else that I used, I'll list in the description box. Because the foundation that I've got on is still the one I'm testing out for our next full face. So I think I'm going to take this shade that we put in our transition up here on a little pencil brush and just do a little on the outside, a little on the inside. And I do have some stuff to do this afternoon, so I don't know that I'll be able to check back in, but I will put in the description box how this mascara holds up. You know, if it flakes or smudges or... And then I'm just going to clean off that same pencil brush and go into that shimmer shade. And put a little of that in the center, you know, just to mimic what we did on the top. I find I often just start talking and then I just quit. Alright, so this mascara is supposed to give big volume. This is their maxed out mascara. Everything's kind of got this black and white stripy type theme. And the brush is huge. This thing is huge. Let me show you, like in comparison. Like this is my Great Lash wand, and this is the Kokie wand. I mean, you can see there's a huge difference. I'm generally not a huge fan of giant ones because they tend to get all over my eyeballs. But now my daughter loves a giant mascara one. This is just the, boar bristle. I just tend to make such a mess with these. Feels like a pretty wet formula. With these bigger wands, I find it hard to get to the base of the lash and wiggle like I like to so that, I catch all my lashes. Because they are definitely not as full as they used to be. So that is one coat. We'll try for coat number 2. Little bit on the clumpy side. And I've made a mess. So that is 2 coats. It's not giving quite as much volume as I expected based on their description. So let's go for 3. I'm scared to even attempt to put this on my lower lashes with this giant brush, but we're gonna do it. Alright. Let me get up here so y'all can see. That's 3 coats on the top lashes and a very small coat on the bottom. I did make a little bit of a mess. I'm going to let that dry and then we'll flick that away. But so far, not super impressed with that. But we'll see how it wears. And you know how it is with mascara. When you open it up, sometimes it takes a couple of weeks or a week, for the formula to kind of dry out and really get good. I'm going to brush my brows up right quick. Just going to use my e.l.f. brow lift. This mascara should be dry, so I'm just going to take a clean spoolie and try to flick that away. Didn't quite get it. Just going to use a Q-tip. I'll wipe my lips off, get this lip balm off, and we'll try on these lip products. I've heard really good things about them. And I do love my brushes from BK Beauty. So I picked up the lip pencil. It's they call it their Everlast lip liner in the shade Sweet Pea. And it is a triangle or, kind of a slanted lip liner. Let me show y'all the shade. And then the lipstick I picked up is the shade Inner Beauty. This is nice packaging. Metal. It's heavy duty. Nice magnetic clasp. That's what the bullet's kind of got a little bit of a different shape. But this is what those shades look like. Hopefully that'll look good with our eye. We'll see. I'm just going to line my lips with the pencil here. And the pencils normally retail for $12. I'm just going to fill in all of the lip. It's actually a nice creamy feeling pencil. It looks a little pinker on camera than it does here in real life. And then let's try the lipstick. Again, this is the shade Inner Beauty, and I think these retail for $20. I think the lip liners are $12 and the lipsticks are $22. And this is some sturdy packaging. It's a nice creamy formula. It feels really nice. Yeah, it's a really nice, creamy formula. Kind of has a lipsticky smell, but... And, you know, BK Beauty is owned by Lisa J. She is a makeup artist, and she does have a channel here on YouTube. But that is our finished look. I like the eyeshadow palette. I think it's good. For $10, you don't get a ton of shadow. What is this? 6 grams. Whereas like your Essence is like 4.5 grams. You know, this is $4. This is 10. But it performed really well. I mean, you know, super easy to use. You know, it's a nice little compact palette. Would be easy to carry with you to travel. A little bit of kick up in the pan, you can see. But I think it's pretty. And then the lip products feel really nice. The mascara, you know, we're just going to have to hold out and see. And I will give their nail polish a try too. It's pretty red, you know, kind of classic red. I'll give this a try and see how it wears. I'm kind of rough on my hands. So, you know, if a polish can hold up for a few days, that's, you know, pretty good in my book. But I think I like the way the look turned out. It's my favorite type of tones, those, you know, mauvey, rosy top tones. The mascara, not the biggest fan at the moment, but I'll give it a, you know, I'll try it again and see how it performs. But I appreciate you guys, as always, for stopping by and hanging out with me for a little bit. I thank you so much for all your continued support. Anytime you leave a comment or hit that thumbs up button, you know, it really helps my channel out. That, you know, just kind of helps push it out to other people to say, hey, you might want to check this girl out, or woman, or whatever you say. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thanks for stopping by and trying some new stuff with me, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.